How you doing? It's Turn and Burn Tuesday once again with Dr. Chris, aka the Stick Doc. So what I'm going to show you today is a very simple and effective movement, and a practical movement actually for everyday work or everyday use. It's called a hip hinge. Now the problem for a lot of folks, especially when they hurt their back, is when they're improperly grabbing something, lifting something, and they're not properly using their hips, they're not properly using their core at all to their advantage. And that's why you're starting to hurt your back a lot of times. If you're lifting, whether it's a deadlift, a kettlebell swing, a Bulgarian deadlift, all those type of movements, even a good morning exercises, the hip hinge movement is an essential key factor that you've got to do. So I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So the first thing I like to have folks do is have their feet shoulder width apart, nice and comfortable. What I could do is that you could either have your hands crossed to your chest or even to your waist. Either way is fine. And I like to tell people to go ahead and stick their chest out a little bit more, stick their butt out a little bit more. Why we're doing that little movement is because we want to maintain the curvature of your lumbar spine of your lower back. Remember, we're using our hips, we're engaging our glutes, we're engaging our core, not moving from the lower back to bend, which is going to hurt us, but we're actually going to use our hips to bend. Okay? So let me do two ways. On my hips first, stick your chest out, stick your butt out a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and bend down, making sure that we're activating our core, using your glutes, sticking your chest out a little more, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and raise up, squeezing our glutes a little bit more, pressing your hips forward, and squeezing your glutes back. Showing you from the front side, same thing. Forward, and going back. Crossing your arms, once again. Stick your chest out, stick your butt out. Forward and back, up. Squeezing those glutes, pressing your hips forward also, all right? It's pretty much like a bow, a regular bow some folks do. That's another great way to do it. Bowing to your sensei, bowing to your sifu, all right? For those martial artists out there too. So if you could even go a little lower, you could even try doing this. So think about a kettlebell or even a bar or even a rope. You could even incorporate a little bit of the squat. So once again, we're going to go ahead and bend, stick your chest out, stick your butt out, tighten your core a little more, round back and forward, squeeze your glutes. And again, we are now, at this moment, we're in a squatted position, in a hinged position. And as we're lifting things, we're going to go ahead and squat back up using your glutes, squeezing down to the heel, press against the hip, press your hips forward, squeezing the glutes tight. Okay? Once again, squatting down, forward, and now raise yourself up, squatting back up. Okay? So these are some key tips that you can start doing even at home. So if you're going to grab things from the floor, especially nowadays if you're in quarantine, picking things up, you don't want to bend. That's not bad. That's a really big no-no. Making sure you're always engaging and always using your core, and you're using the hip hinge. Essential and functional movement that you need to do. All right, so any questions, you can go ahead to our website at www.heraldsquarechiropractic.com. Once again, this is Dr. Chris, aka the Stick Doc, signing off.